Now today we're going to do some grafting. I've got a Zestar here that the top died on it. I just planted this here 2 years ago. It hasn't done well. It's got some good growth to it here starting. So I'm going to top this and we're going to add a Wealthy and a HoneyCrisp to it. Tools here today, gloves for safety, the branch cutter, smaller branch cutter here, my tree wound, my parafilm tape, and rubber bands, and a good sharp buck knife to do my cleft grafting with, as I'll do a cleft graft on this one. Well, the first thing we'll do on this Zestar is we'll find out where the growth is here, where the calcium layer is still green. So I'll cut this dead spot off here and then we'll do a cleft graft across this. Okay, I've had to cut quite a bit of this off. I'm still not done. You can see here, you can see some of the green bark. So we know we got some good calcium layer here, but that's not enough. It's dead on this side, even though we got a good shoot here. So I'm going to take it down even further. And now we've got a good calcium layer all the way around. You can see it's green. We do have a spot here where a branch came out. So I'm going to try to do my cleft graft across this upper top. Alright, we've taken our cut. We've cut it down through there. It's called the cleft cut. So now we got to get our two scions and place them in there. Alright, now here on the right I have my HoneyCrisp, unless is my Wealthy scion. Tell there's a little different color on them. And we'll cut those ends off, get them ready, and place them into our cleft graft. First thing I want to do is I want to cut these ends off. They've been sitting in the refrigerator over the winter, and so we have a fresh end. Okay. Alright, those are cut off. Nice and green there. So good calcium layer. Now we will prep the end to put into the cleft. Okay, we've taken our scion. We've taken both ends, brought it down to the center. This bark on the edge is what's important, as the bark to bark must touch to get that sap rolling. Now the easy part is placing these scions in and lining up the bark to bark. This one has to come out a little bit. What's got to be important is we want to fill all this in with either wax or tree wound and seal everything in. Make sure air cannot get in there, and then wrap this nice and tight. Also, as I start my orchards, every tree, no matter if it's a bare root whip that I planted, gets a fence around it like this. As that tree begins to grow taller, I will take this down in half, make it twice as tall, and give this tree about 3 years before I remove these fences, and then they're big enough that the deer will not harm them after that. Alright, now you can see that we've got our rubber band tight around that. We'll seal this with our tape. We'll cut these off like at 4 buds. Now we've wrapped our parchment tape on here. Nice wax tape that stretches nice. I will cut these off and I will put some more tree wound on that just to heal that up more. This is the final result. Took just a couple minutes to do all this. The only thing that you got to watch out for, if the birds land on this, they can knock those loose. Some people will protect them with a bag and stuff, but I found this works just fine.